Good morning and welcome to Thursday Experts。大家早上好，欢迎来到星期四专谈。我们今天有大维娜 ，We have Davina with us, our psychologist， 我们的心理学家。让我们跟她讲 Hello，let us say hi to her。大维娜你好 ，Hi Davina。
Hi Elvin, nice to be here.
Hi Davina. So what topic are we going to talk about today？ 我们今天的课题是什么呢？
Okay, so today's topic is very interesting. We are going to talk about caregiver stress in Singapore.
我们今天的课题是照顾者的这个压力还有负担。可是谁是照顾者呢 ？Who are caregivers? Is it because I take care of you and then I'm a caregiver already? 是不是我照顾你或照顾任何人，我就是照顾者了呢？
Okay, like Elvin, actually you are quite right already. So caregivers are people who take care of people who cannot take care of themselves. You get it? So there's someone who takes care of children, elderly, or patients who have chronic illnesses.
我们这个照顾者就是可能照顾别人需要帮助的人啦，可能是小孩，可能是乐龄朋友们，或也可能是有慢性疾病的病患。我们新加坡里应该是会很多照顾者。In Singapore, there must be a lot of caregivers, right? Because actually, we have an aging population. 我们的人口老化，所以可能是比较多照顾者。所以我们的这个照顾者这个压力是什么呢 ？What is caregiver stress?
Caregiver stress? So, okay, you're right. First of all, there is a lot of caregivers in Singapore. 210,000 caregivers in Singapore, you know. But, so all of this means that they have to take care of their older parents, grandparents, right? So they have a lot of caregiver stress, right? You just mentioned it. So sometimes they have to take care of both their children, also take care of both children and parents themselves. So they are in this situation where it can be very challenging. Okay, so what I notice is caregivers put the needs or interests of other people in front of them. So they don't take care of themselves too much. Sometimes they have lack of support from their family members as well, or the other expectations that is imposed on them. Okay, but what is most worrying about all of this is the fact that caregivers don't even know that their role as a caregiver is taking a toll on their health.
So in Singapore, 我们新加坡里面，可能在一个家庭里要照顾父母，也要照顾小孩，像这个三文治一样啦，可能会比较有压力。So like what you mentioned about caregiver stress, like we are in a sandwich, right? We need to take care of our parents, we need to take care of our kids as well. But what is most important? 最重要的就是我们这个照顾者有时会把别人的这些需要放在自己的需要的上面。所以没有照顾好自己，有时在家里也是不够的这个精神上的支柱啦，或心理上的这些依靠，可能会导致自己感到很多压力，有这个负担。最惨的就是他们有时自己也没有发现到，这个心理上的这些健康受损了，他们也不知道。所以我们要怎样去知道我们有这个压力呢？这个照顾者的压力和负担呢？ So how do we actually go and find out we have this caregiver stress and burden taking a toll on us?
Correct. So what I have here is a caregiver stress checklist from AIC, Agency of Integrated Care, that one person or anybody can use so that they know whether they are feeling stressed from caregiving. So I am going to put a slide here after this, but for all the following statements, you can answer yes or no.
大维娜说的就是他会跟我们分享一个这个表格，这样可以跟我们自己看自己如果有没有这个照顾者这个压力或负担，有几个问题你们只要回答是或不是。所以我们去看看这些问题。Let's go and see this caregiver stress checklist.
Okay, so if you have answered yes to any of the statements in the checklist, this means you are feeling more stressed than usual. Okay, so if these feelings persist, I would recommend that you go and speak to a close friend or a family member. Or if you would rather speak to a listener, you can call the following hotlines, which will be shared in the slides after this. Okay.
大卫娜说的就是，如果你们那些问题你们答是的话，就是你们的压力的这个会比平常高一点点。所以如果这些压力的情绪一直在持续的话，他会建议我们跟家庭朋友们一起谈话，或如果没有这些诉苦的这些机会的话，你可以打给一些热线，我们会跟你们分享这些热线。We'll be sharing with you all the hotlines now. Okay, it's good to know that we actually have so many hotlines to help us. 我知道有这些热线可以帮我们，真是我松了一口气。可是我们如果照顾者有压力，自己能做什么呢？ So if we caregivers have this stress, what can we do to help ourselves?
Okay, very good question, Alvin. So here are a few tips that a caregiver can do and adopt to reduce stress and burnout.
所以大维娜要跟我们分享一些提示，帮助这些照顾者疏解他们的压力，还有这些负担。我们去看看这些提示。Let's go and see and hear these tips.
Okay, so for tip 1, it is to prioritize your tasks daily. So sometimes caregivers will feel there's 1,001 things to do, can feel very overwhelming, like it's impossible to complete everything, right? So try to break down your big tasks into smaller actions. Then you prioritize it, according to urgency. Which one is urgent, do first. Which one not so urgent, never mind, keep it for another day. And you also need to establish a daily routine.
大维娜的第一个提示就是，我们可能有时觉得，哇，一天有这么多东西做，可是我们可以优先排名，就是说比较急的东西我们做先，没有那么急的东西我们可以放一边，或那些比较大型的要做的东西，把它切成小小个的东西，一个一个来克服，这样一来我们就不会感到哇这么多东西做，这样感到很压力啦。所以这样就是一个提示，我们可以去减少我们的压力。This is tip number 1, whereby we can reduce our caregiver stress and burden. Now let us go and see our tip number 2. 我们去看看我们第二个提示。
Okay, for tip number 2, take a break and practice self-care. Okay, so make sure you have enough breaks to self-care. It is not a luxury, okay? It is a necessity. Make time to spend time with your friends, go for a massage, or just do things that you enjoy. And of course, continue to stay active with your exercise. How many times a day, Alvin?
1 time a day or 3 to 5 times a week. 一个星期3到5次一天如果每一天都可以运动也可以啦，看自己的这个的时间表 ，see your own schedule, okay? So this is tip number 2. 第二个提示，大维娜说的就是要照顾自己，抽出时间照顾自己，因为我们有时太忙了，没有时间照顾自己，不会发现自己很有压力，所以我们不可以觉得照顾自己是一个不是一个必需品，照顾自己是需要的。我们每个人都要照顾自己，可能去按摩啦，可能跟朋友出去啦，可能也是去运动啦，或做自己喜欢做的东西，这些都很重要。All of these are very important. So this is tip number 2, take care of yourself. 第二个提示，照顾好自己。Let us move on to our tip number 3. 我们第3个提示。
Okay, the third tip is join a caregiver support group. Okay, so joining a support group will allow you to meet and interact with other people who are going through the same thing that you are. So besides just providing emotional support or building meaningful friendships, you can share tips and strategies and how you can overcome your challenges, okay, of caregiving. So I'm going to be sharing some recommended support groups in the next slide for you to go and join also, okay?
大维娜的第3个提示就是参加这些照顾者的个资源团队。为什么要参加这些资源团队呢？因为这些资源团队会让我们去遇见这些可能跟我们有一样经历的这些人，可以一起分享提示，一起分享这些策略，照顾自己减少我们照顾者压力，好吗？所以大维娜会跟我们分享一个 slide， 这个 slide 里面会有新加坡里面不同照顾者的资源团队，我们可以看看一下。Let's go and take a look at this slide of the different caregiver support groups in Singapore. Welcome back， 欢迎回来。We have talked about so many things today。我们今天谈了这么多东西，谈了我们这个照顾者压力啦，谈了我们这些提示啦，还有也是跟你分享了不同的这些热线，还有资源团队的这些 slide。We also share a bit of the hotlines, a bit of the caregiver support group, and also some tips that Davina shared with us.So let's go and see a summary of these tips. 我们去看看这个提示的这个总结的这个 slide 好吗？Thank you everyone， 谢谢大家。我们希望你们今天学了很多东西。We all hope that you have learned a lot about caregiver stress and burden today. Let's thank Davina， 让我们感谢大维娜。谢谢大维娜 ，Thank you 大维娜。
Yay! Thanks for having me, Alvin.
For our friends watching the video， 看这视频的朋友们，记得我们明天还有运动。Remember, we still have exercise tomorrow at 8:30。明天8点半，谢谢你们 ，Thank you so much， 再见了，拜拜。